Hi everyone. I want to talk about one of those movies today that people make those top 10 lists of movies that you should see before you die. Not necessarily even top 10, some lists are even longer. Well, for me, this is one of those films, and I was actually drawn to revisit it partly through my own experiences. Recently, the last few days, I've been unwell, hence why there was no video on Friday. But it's one of those things, like any other emotion or any other experience, that as humans we take so much for granted. In this film, though, you explore what it is truly to be human and all the intricacies of being human in quite an extraordinary way. The film stars Robin Williams and Sam O'Neill. It's called Bicentennial Man. And basically, Richard Martin, Sam O'Neill, he introduces a robot to his family called Andrew, played by Williams. And they think that they're not going to get anything but a appliance that serves them their every need. It's almost like a living butler, really, in android form. But Andrew is no ordinary robot. He has emotions. He has a sense of humour. He observes everyone around him. He forms relationships. He learns about the intricacies of life, what it's like to be alive. And over the course of his service to the Martin family, which spans over 200 years and several generations, he really questions what it is to be human and what it would be to really experience everything as human beings that we experience, we live through. And a lot of the time we take for granted. We get so caught up in our own bubbles of day-to-day existence, daily routines, and all the rest of it, that sometimes I think we forget actually who we are. But Andrew is so determined that he doesn't just want to exist as an android. He wants to exist as a human. He wants to experience every possible thing there is to experience, to feel it, to question it, to analyse. He wants to be able to walk in the rain, feel rain on his face, to eat food, to laugh, to cry, to feel ill, to experience pain, to experience joy, anger, every possible thing you can imagine as a human that we go through in life. And he's even desperate to form relationships, partnerships, and even the thought of death is wondrous to him, because as an android he would exist forever. But will he actually get to even experience a tenth of all those desires? Well, that's what the film's about. There is so much humour, so much depth, so much raw emotion in every sense. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll question, you'll scream, you'll do everything. You'll really feel that you're longing to experience everything, just as Andrew does. And halfway through the film, he gets to actually be human. I won't explain how, but it's quite eye-opening. Just think of, for those who like Doctor Who, think of the Cybermen, but think of them in reverse. And you might kind of understand what I'm getting at. The ending will certainly have you emotional, and it is the sort of story that once you've seen it, you will never forget it. And that is why it's one of those films that you definitely need to see within your lifetime. And as if the over 2 hour experience isn't enough. On the DVD itself, you get a behind the scenes featurette, you get filmographies of the cast and crew, you get the theatrical trailer, and you also get an isolated musical score as well. It's rated PG, so there will be mild language and sexual references if you're worried about your kids watching. And it does deal with, as I say, just about all life and death situations. It's one of those films that, as I say, will not be forgotten, and there will be other Robin Williams films that I look at down the line, which go even further into life and death and everything that spans from all of that. Some of his movies were renowned for being really deep and quite soul-searching, much like the man himself, not just for the high comedic roles he was known for, but it's a power to force performance from Williams. Sam O'Neill's fantastic, the whole cast are as well, and it's definitely one that I would recommend without a shadow of a doubt. Anyway, that's Bicentennial Man starring Robin Williams. Definitely one on my watch list recommendations for sure, regardless of whether you've seen any of his films or not. You need to see that film. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you did, please let me know by leaving a like, which really helps the channel out. And if you've seen the film, or if you're a fan of Williams and you'd like other films of his reviewed on the channel, please let me know. And normal service has been resumed now, and I will be back with you as normal on Friday at 6. Take care, everybody.